rising, grand rising, grand rising. Humanity's collective consciousness is fragmenting. Us as a whole, we're going on so many different paths, but united. I'm Astro Tiger. Welcome to the channel. I'm another soul that's here to help others expand their consciousness and understand reality. Welcome. Today I'll be trying out a new mic. I hope this works out. I was using a lot of the natural audio from my phone to capture the nature around me, but the cicadas side, they really like to sing over my voice and my delivery. So here we go. I hope this I hope this message gets out there in a beautiful way. Um, I don't like to edit much because I like to have a conversation as if we were sitting in front of each other. Organic, authentic, and beautiful conversation like our ancestors used to have. So let's move forward. The consciousness, the collective consciousness of humanity. We're so divided that identity has become the forefront of everything. Everyone seems to be more identified with their physical selves, other than understanding that we are souls. We are more. My dog is right here, so if the camera moves, I do apologize. we're we're souls. We're energetic forces from the universe. Earth is a plane that our souls choose to come and experience and grow. How can we grow when we're constantly being programmed and pushed to perceive life in a perception of others that people call the elites, the rich? They made themselves rich. It seems like back in the past, a group of people got together and decided just to, you know, kind of screw people over. I'm thinking about it because it's just like, that really happened. And so now we're in the 21st century. We have AI and there's so many ways to make money. And I don't even pursue money myself like that. I let it flow because of my energetic field, in a sense. So I get what I need when I need it. But everyone is the split is, let's focus on the split. Let's focus on the true fragmentation, because this video can be very in depth. The fragmentation, or the split in consciousness, there are people like myself who are refusing to truly adapt to a technological world. And then there are people who are, I would consider, materialistic, who don't have an understanding and are fully distracted by this three-dimensional reality and don't have a grounding in reality. And I mean reality as in most dimensions, from first on upwards, beyond this. So let's go more into depth on the split. Let's start with the issue, because I want to end with the solution. So it seems like 100 years ago, our ancestors, no matter who you are, black, white, I don't care. Like, we're souls Color means nothing to me. I was telling my boys that you don't see animals fighting over the color of their fur. It's usually something more important, but we hate each other over skin color. It makes no sense. But yet this body is just temporary. I like my conversations to be like I want people to think, kind of think for yourself, go within yourself. And so there are people who, for example, I talk about rap. I don't like rap anymore. I used to listen to it a lot. And it's what I can relate to the most. So I'm gonna start with that. It's people there are people so distracted with what's going on in hip hop and who's dating who, the drama and so forth, that it is distracting them from any type of growth. And then they have to go to work after that. So you're filling your life with drama. Let's start with the drama part. The celebrity, it seems like everything on the path of distraction is literally entertainment, lust, materialism, and so forth. But nothing grounding to reality and so forth. Everybody, you have people who want to. I used to be a bodybuilder, and my ego was pretty big. So this is something else I can relate to. See, I was on that side, and I like to tell people I like to experience things before I can actually talk about it. So anything that I talk about here is going to be something I experience or perception or perceive. We're all united. We can relate in some type of way. And so when I was a bodybuilder, I was always focused on trying to get big. For example, my biggest, I was around 260 pounds. I am 190 right now. Healthy. Healthier than I was ever shredded and yoked. And I was so distracted that I didn't understand the soul. I didn't understand my cells. The trillions of cells that are within this body are living beings. That's how I like to talk to people. We have to understand that you're just like, for example, if you have children or if you don't, my dog just shook the camera. But if you don't, just understand that these cells rely on you and your actions, your moves. Each action that we take is a step in the vast ocean of consciousness. And our cells rely on it because they're going to take care of you. They're going to take care of your soul. For example, cells give off, they make electricity. They power up the body. So we often got to start eating energetic foods. So on that distracted path, the people who are on the path of distraction, materialism, technology, they're finding shortcuts in life. Oh, what's the best pill to get in shape? Or just artificial food instead of real food. Come here, boy. Everything is artificial. Why? Why do we want shortcuts? Because we're too busy to understand ourselves, make time for ourselves, go within ourselves, go find our soul, find who we are. We're programmed, so programmed, but it's okay. There are people that are trying to help others understand no matter what situation you're in, if you don't have a dollar in your bank account, there's always a path. Stop, Kemet. So, side, side topic. 30 seconds. Give me 30 seconds. So, the reason y'all haven't been saying my dog lately is because whenever I often try to record, he'll come mess up the tripod. So I'm trying to give him, some opportunities just to be here and be with us because he's a puppy and he's gonna learn eventually. So I just want to make the best quality content for you all. So move forward. So yeah, going back to the problem right now. Let's talk, for example, climate change. People are let's leave. So people are distracted on artificial everything over here, and then they're believing in this thing called climate change. Ooh, I can't wait to get on this topic. This is a very deep topic. I'm gonna give you a synopsis of the topic. So, climate change isn't a thing. If it is, guess what? Climate changes daily. There's a pole shift happening. Our magnetic poles are shifting, and then the sun is going through its cycle. Also, everything in our solar system, in our galaxy right now, is going through um, a shift, a change. This, these are things you can look up, and it's actually, as the channel build, we're going to go more into depth, but we're still scratching the surface of expanding consciousness. We're getting going over root issues, you know. So, but our planet is a conscious being, and she understands that her cells, us, her babies, are rebelling. So now we're starting to kind of go into the shift of the ones that are actually connected and understanding of what's going on. Many may call us spiritualists, or there are so many. We don't have to have labels. Let's act like labels don't even exist. We put a label on everything. Guess what? Nature probably don't even know that we give it labels, but nature understands intent. Everything in the universe understands intent, and it's a metaphysical thing. That's why thoughts are powerful, words are powerful, and I had to learn it myself. I am a student still, as I am trying to help others. As much wisdom as I may have, I'm ignorant to infinite. So, purchasing this property has connected me back to nature, the universe, God, existence. It has shown me reality, the cycle of life, death, self reliance, resilience, happiness, sadness, depression, anger. And it made me realize that if nature can make me experience these natural feelings, why are we taking in these artificial feelings, emotions, and so forth from the distraction when there's a real reality that we're tuning out? But see, over time, and I'm going to get into depth of why the anger and the depression and sadness was there, because it's not really there now because there's more understanding. The understanding is, so I'm from here, I'm in Mississippi, beautiful old Mississippi. And after the military, after I got out the Marine Corps, I moved from place to place trying to find myself. I was stationed in Hawaii, 2, 3, and I moved to Vegas after getting out. And then after Vegas for 2 years, I moved to Tampa, Florida for about 3 years. And so within those 5 years of being out, I was still looking for myself. I had no idea. But I had children and I had consciousness expanding experiences that helped me to unlock the keys I needed to get back on the path of my destiny. Excuse me, the mosquitoes out here trying to take advantage of a good moment right now. It's all right. I thought the sun would be out right now, and they usually don't bite when the sun out, but it's all right. It's nature. And that's something I had, and that goes into the story I'm about to tell. When I bought this 22-acre sanctuary, my chickens are fussing right now. But see, I don't know if the mic is picking it up. So, but when I got this property, I knew I wanted to be connected with nature. I knew I wanted to do things. I wanted to create. I wanted to be a part, but I was not ready. Now I would consider myself ready, but I jumped into something that I was overwhelmed with. And when we're often overwhelmed, we cocoon ourselves. Anger comes about, sadness, and we don't know what to do. And it seems like the world's just on your back. But over time, after reconnecting with Mother Earth, Gaia, let's not put a label on home. This is our temporary home. We are visitors, and we're visiting for a purpose. Earth has probably called your soul here because of everything that's going on negative. What if you were, let's say this. Everyone starts as a positive soul, innocent. But we were brainwashed to hate. Going back to the distraction of skin color is very ignorant. It's low vibrational. And then, so that positive energy, which is innocence, after years of programming from our government, we begin to vibrate at a negative low energy. But see what nature is going to do, and it's a process. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to make it a daily ritual to go outside for about 10 minutes, if possible, daily, and just show gratitude for everything. Become part of it, be one with it. You will start unlocking parts of yourself and understanding yourself more than you did yesterday. Before you go to sleep, you will be able to reflect on you, your purpose in this universe, your purpose in this environment. You will start to detach yourself from the fake and become the authentic. So the fragmentation is there, the awakening. You have those who are asleep, you have those who are waking up, knocking the crust out of their eyes, but they're on their path. And I would still say, because we're all still so ignorant, we're all still knocking crust off our eyes. Just leave it alone. A dog trying to take advantage of me recording right now. I told you, he trying to eat my vegetables over there. Mm-mm. It's such a beautiful day, and these mosquitoes are getting a good meal right now. But it's all right. That's resilience. I learned this in the Marine Corps. Let them eat. But see, so many people, there are people who are just scared of nature. Why are we scared of nature? Those same people will be like, they'll go to church and tell you, talk about Genesis and the story of Adam and Eve and the Garden of Eden. But I see why we, quote unquote, got kicked out of Garden of Eden. That's a consciousness thing. The Garden of Eden is still here. I got fruit trees and everything around here, growing vegetables. Hey, life is good. And I ain't always had this, but I always thought this, and I manifested. And it is, every day I wake up, I show gratitude for everything that I have, because if you don't, it will be taken away. Humanity is fragmented almost down to the quantum level. We believe we're so different in so many ways because of this 3D realm, the body. Nobody talks about the soul. Nobody talks about the soul. And the solution is, once we understand who and what we truly are as a civilization, we will never understand our purpose in this galaxy. We're still trying to, we don't even understand ourselves here, but we're trying to go to other planets. The reason we are not on other planets is because our bodies are not meant for it. The reason we are not in space right now because of the lack of gravity, our bodies will get pulled. Will become like jello. Our bones will deteriorate. NASA don't talk. They don't talk about that often. They sell it as a fantasy because of movies. Or we can go to space and do this for no, no. They're brainwashing. And we gotta wake up at some point. Let's start putting this puzzle together. Let's start thinking about how we can be more positive forces of energy versus negative. Let's not hate each other. Let's love more than we hate. It's easy to hate and it's harder to love. Why? Because love is energy. Hate is lack of energy. And it's often the people who feel lack of themselves who give the most hate. And I can attest to it. No, I was that at one point, and that's why I can speak on it. So let's grow together, family. Let's grow together, tribe. I hope y'all have a beautiful day. There are beautiful things that are coming. We're building. I got my horse fence up here on the sanctuary. That's why we got the water bucket right here under the magnolia. Gotta get the gates. I built the stable. That's what we've been doing the past week. And I'm so excited. Once we get this horse, oh, we're gonna expand it to the woods. Let me see if I can get. Let me show you. We see the road right there. We are at the front of the property, but behind us, that's the 22 acres of woods, jungle. So, tribe. Hope y'all have a beautiful week, a beautiful day. It's morning here, so it's a full day ahead of me. I got some opportunities. You got opportunities. You're beautiful. You're special. You're amazing. You're a soul. You're a reflection of something greater. So stay amazing.